And a pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to Greensboro, North Carolina. Double dip on tap. UNC Greensboro. It's UNCG and Northern Illinois. UNCG playing well as of late. They've won 8 of their last 10 games.
You know, I felt like we were getting pieces of the puzzle put together. Our young ladies were getting, at-bats, innings in. Our pitchers were starting to really trust their pitches. And I really felt like our offense, our defense, and just even our enthusiasm and our team chemistry was all coming together, and we were on a roll.
First pitch, just a minute past 3 o'clock here on a perfect day in Greensboro. 70 degrees, clear skies. March 11th here in 2020 as in the circle for game number 1 is Kylie Buplan. Buplan making her 9th appearance, 7th start. The senior is 5-0 with a 3.82 ERA.
Kai's great. Loved playing behind her for the time that I did. She goes out there, she gets after it, and she's a competitor, so that's all you ever want. She gives it her best, so we're gonna give it our best.
It's 1-1 here, no outs. Top of the first, bunt is laid down by Allen. Third baseman coming and firing, and the ball is dropped at first. That will allow the runner to move from first to third. Is unable to handle it, and now a bit of a rundown between first and second. Thought the play was dead, and play continues, getting towards second. Now the throw coming to the plate, and Northern Illinois scores the first run of the game, and Allen gets to second. Here's the 2-0. That one's chopped towards short. Runner going from third. Play at the plate is in time.
Anytime you make plays at the plate, it's huge for the defense. It's always super exciting. It's great, knowing that we can come up and maybe we put 2 runners on, put a runner on, but we still have the confidence in ourselves to make that play at the plate.
Yeah, we gave up an unearned run, so but the good part of that, and I kind of remember saying, who cares? It's the first inning, and that's the kind of respect, and that's the kind of confidence that I have in our offense. I knew that one unearned run was not going to dictate the ball game.
Opportunity at some RBIs here. NIU up 1-0. This one is pounced on towards left center field. No doubt about this one. See you later. First pitch swinging for Willis is over the left center field fence, and UNCG takes a 3-1 lead here in the 3rd inning. For Willis, it's her team leading 7th home run, and RBIs 17, 18, and 19. Spartans up 2 here in the 3rd. Lagrama, tough act to follow. Mentioned the power for UNCG, averaging more than a homer a game. It's 1.2 a game. This one is lined towards left, could be back-to-back. Will it stay high enough? Yes, it will. A line drive shot for Samantha Lagrama. Back-to-back for the Spartans as they take a 4-1 lead for Lagrama, her 5th homer and 13th RBI on the season. And this one has certainly changed in a hurry.
Those 2 sure were swinging it well, but you're right. They are so deadly in that 3-4 hole. And we have the table setters in Delaney and Makenna in front of them, that it really is, it's kind of a surprise if we don't get at least 1 run on the board.
My mindset every at bat is to just attack, attack mode every pitch. Just swinging with the intent to do damage. That's what the 3rd and 4th place batters, that's what we're built for, just to swing for the fences. Not necessarily home runs, but just to hit the ball hard every time.
The ability to score runs and pass the bat and give it bats and turn your lineup over is what we're trying to do. Whether that's a walk, whether that's a big hit, it all equates to us getting more at bats than our opponents, and us really producing with runners on and putting the pressure on the defense, because runners on base puts added pressure not only in the circle with the pitcher, but it also puts the pressure on the defense.
A second run will come in behind And the score now 6-1.
Yeah, Kylie just have a pitcher that just like goes all out. She's definitely a leader. We're definitely gonna miss her, but yeah, she's always the person you can be reliable.
7 of the last 8 Husky hitters. 2-2, cut on and missed, and down on strikes. 1-2, cut on and missed, dropping off the table from Buplon.
But yeah, that's always the goal. If we finish in 5, that means we're getting the job done. That's the goal every time we step on the field.
Of the 5th inning, first pitch swinging of the inning for Melanie Dargis into right field, and the ball is jarred loose on the diving attempt. 2-1, that bounces in, gets away from Barone. The runner's advancing, 1 run will score. And if UNCG can score 2 more runs here in the 5th, that would bring game number 1 to its conclusion. That one's hit in the air towards right field. Mickelson back on the track, makes the catch. First out recorded. Tagging from third and scoring easily is Hannah Kintzer with a run just 60 feet away to end this one a little bit early. 8-1, bottom 5. Now, as we approach 5 o'clock Eastern time, 1-1. This one's hit towards center field. Coming across and making the catch is Apato. Tagging from third and scoring is Katie Stetler. That one was absolutely smashed by Matthijs. And that does it for game number 1 as the 8-run advantage rule comes into effect. And UNCG gets the win by a final of 9-1 in game 1 of our doubleheader here today at UNCG Softball Stadium.
Yeah, I think once you win a game like that, just like you have that confidence, but also the drive of like, hey, we should do this again. We know we can beat the team that we beat 9-1. We're playing the same team. They don't have new things, new people coming in. Just like keeping doing what we're doing and just having confidence in that.
You know, when that first pitch is thrown in a doubleheader, we really need their focus to be ready to attack, ready to go from that first inning on, because that's another thing that you don't want to do. You don't want to give up, you know, a big crooked number in the early part of the game. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to set the tone, especially at home. We're trying to really put runs on the board in that first inning.
If it stays up, it's gone, and it's gone again. Samantha Lagrama, nearly a carbon copy of her home run in game 1. This one, though, gives UNCG a 1-0 lead here in game 2 in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. And for Lagrama, her 6th home run of the season and 14th RBI as UNCG takes the early 1-0 lead. Spectacular catch to end the 2nd inning. Hits this one off the plate up the middle, and it's going to get through. Runner rounding third and heading for home is Annie Allen, and we're all tied up at 1.
We know we're confident in our offense, we're confident in our defense too, and our pitching staff, but when we give up a few runs, it's more on the attack. Like, all right, we got to go get them back now. We got to go get ahead.
This one is hit on the ground towards short, and it's past the diving Kenny Latana. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2nd hitter of the inning. Pitch, that one is hit pretty well towards right center field. Going back is Apato to the track, to the wall. She looks up, and this one is gone. Delaney Cumbie. It's the 4th home run of the day for UNCG. The 2nd in game number 2. Rodriguez, the runner at first, count 0-2. This one is roped down the left field line and fair into the left field corner. Rounding second, headed for third is Rodriguez, and she'll get the stop sign there. And up with a double is Sam Mallender. The tying run to second base in a 3-1 game here in the 4th. 2-2. This one's hit back up the middle, and that is going to score 1 run, perhaps 2. No, just 1 for the moment. On the field, it's a new pitcher first off for UNCG, and it's Morgan Scott. The ace is out there. 0-2 pitch here. This one's hit pretty well towards left center field. That's going to get down off the wall. 1 run will score. We're tied at 3 at the moment. A 2nd run will score, and Northern Illinois is back on top, 4-3.
I feel like I have to get more into a zone of knowing what my role is and knowing to go ahead and attack. And I feel like sometimes I kind of struggle with that with starting, and it takes me a little bit. But I feel like I struggle a little bit coming in, but I feel like there's a better mindset.
And Sam Mallender, aside from 2 home runs she's allowed, really has pitched very well in game 2 for Northern Illinois. 2-1. That one's popped in the air. Center field coming on is Apatu, and she will make the catch in shallow center field.
We always talk about like learning from our previous at-bats and just doing one thing better each at-bat, just like improving, because if we stay static and just, if I were to have had the same kind of at-bat the next time, I would have been helping my team. But just like learning from what we did last at-bat really helps us with just providing for our team, and I think that's a lot about just like learning how to, the mental aspect of like being a college softball player. It's a lot about failure. Coach always preaches that, and how our game is a game of failure, and how if you hit 3 out of every 10, you get a hit, that's doing pretty
base hit, and we are tied at 4. It's a 2-out RBI single from Makenna Matthijs, and it's a 4-4 game as Katie Stetler touches the plate.
Yeah, Morgan did a great job in relief in the 4th, came in and really came in trusting her stuff, throwing hard, moving the ball.
Morgan Scott has been good in her relief effort to this point. 2 innings, she's allowed 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. Cut on and missed. Allen goes down on strikes, and since we've seen Morgan Scott in this game, she's really mowed down the Huskies. Pitch is cut on and missed. Keller is down on strikes. Scott continuing to rack up the strikeouts here in this outing. Palmer has, on the season, only 3 extra base hits, all doubles. No home runs. 3-2. That one's hit pretty well towards right center field. If it stays up, it's off the wall. Palmer rounding first, accelerating to second, and she'll get there. That was just a missile, and it was rising. Just ran out of gas. I thought it might sneak over. Lead off the base. 2-0 is roped towards second. That's going to get the runner to third. Maybe the throw behind the runner is not in time. Oh, that's a gutsy play by the second baseman, Allen. That Kinzer at bat, by the way, officially 9 pitches. The 0-2. Cut on and missed, and Stetler is down on strikes. A huge strikeout for Dayton Elliott. 1-0. That one's hit pretty well towards left field. The left fielder, though, Rodriguez, is there and squeezes it for the final out.
Yeah, you know, we did a great job loading the bases twice. And that's part of the process. That's part of the game. We certainly, you know, it does get frustrating, or I think in those, at least in that 1 inning, we got a sac fly ball, but it was the 3rd out, you know, and you know, we drill that, we practice that all the time with our runner at 3rd with less than 2 outs. We're looking to put the ball in the grass. We're looking to get the ball in the outfield, and that gives us a chance to score. So there's no doubt we drill, we practice that, but you know, sometimes you do. You come up and you're not able to execute on that big at bat, but you're right, we did half of it. We had runners on. So just keeping the morale, keeping the team up and in that ball game, I knew we were going to break through.
I felt that after the 1st inning, I went into the bullpen and I worked more on my pitches, and I feel like that helped me a lot to make sure I had control more of the game.
That's cut on and missed. Morgan Scott with 7 Ks and make it 8 on the outside corner looking.
She did such a great job in both the 7th and the 8th. She, you know, had 2 strikeouts in both of those innings and got a weak fly ball for us and an easy ground ball for us in those 2 innings. So Morgan's start from the 4th to the 8th was strong. If anything, I felt like she was getting stronger as we got deeper in the ball game. So I knew we were in a good position. You know, she threw strong, you know, big strikeouts in big situations and only gave up 2 hits.
3-1. That's way outside. Ball 4. The strategy, it's not. Bunt is down. Picked up there by the pitcher, Elliott, and going all the way to 3rd, or at least trying to get to 3rd, and getting there successfully is Delaney Cumbie. She just took off and started running and got all the way to 3rd. My goodness. What great base running by Cumbie.
Makenna put down a great bunt that the defense, I think there was some miscommunication with the corners on the defense. And yeah, Delaney, you know, coming into 2nd is looking for that 3rd base. And yeah, Delaney saw 3rd baseman out of position and the shortstop not quick to move over. So it was heads up base running. You know, and Delaney is just one of those players that seizes the moment, and she has great instincts. She saw that, and going first to third on a sac bunt and putting us in that situation with no outs at the time, or with one out at the time, put us in a situation to score.
For me, that one was a little instinct. I was watching them play out the corner of my eye, and I knew it was going to be close. And from my gut feeling, I saw where the player was at, and I was like, I can make this. I remember getting up, and I was saying, "Sorry, coach." So that one was a little instinct on my part.
Subbed out on the base paths by Brown, 3-0 and ball 4. So back-to-back intentional walks. Alrighty, and here we go. Draw up a scenario for a game-winning situation. Usually it involves the bases loaded and a walk-off opportunity. That's what we got here. Jasmine Palmer, a chance to win it with the bases loaded and one away. Best case scenario, if you're NIU, you want a strikeout here of Jasmine Palmer. She has not struck out all day. 1-0, it hit her, and that's it. A walk-off hit by pitch. Jasmine Palmer, everyone's got to touch the bases, and they do. And that's how this one is going to end. Jasmine Palmer hit by the pitch, and UNCG wins it by a final score of 5-4 for Palmer. It's actually the 5th time she's been hit this season, but none more, let's call it, memorable to this point.
No, Jazz always comes through clutch. You know, she was struggling a little bit, but her attitude is always there. She always has that want to do the best for the team attitude, and I knew she was going to come through at that point.
Yeah, that's not the outcome that I guess necessarily wanted, but you know, that'll work. That wins the game, so that's fine. But the approach is get the runner on third to score. So get her in any way that I can. Try to win the game any way that I can, help the team. Like, I'm scrolling through Twitter at the gas station, and the NCAA is just like spring championships are canceled, and you're like, okay, like that's not our season, right? It's just championships, but that's what we're playing for. Like, we're playing to get to regionals, supers, you know. And so that was really tough. And then like not knowing what to think about that or whatever. And then, you know, coach sends us a text like the seniors, hey, let's come meet back to the field. So that was probably one of the toughest days I've ever had.
It is pretty ironic that we ended that way, and you know, that next day, Thursday, our last practice of the spring, it's still, you know, it still hurts, it's still hard to get over, and you know, there's no telling what Team 35 would have accomplished, but I know there would have been big things coming into conference play and into postseason.
I honestly believe that we would have made it to the tournament, and I think we would have won the beginning of regionals and went on to super regionals.
I think we were going to regionals.
We would have won SoCon, definitely. We would have went to regionals.